So let's touch so interesting and also very inspirative subjects like global risks, because both public and business administration, they deal with our planet not only with some industry subjects and problems, contradictions, but also with subjects which we call global risks. Every year, World Economic Forum just refresh assessment about these global risks, and what is important for us for understanding, that's 36 problems mean global governance gap. And all companies, all administrations, all countries, and actually each of us, we live in the context of these 36. It doesn't matter how many, maybe more, maybe less, but actually only one understanding, there's a lot of such problems. And also World Economic Forum refreshes every year the landscape of these global risks in 5 principal categories, and also refresh assessment about interconnection of all these risks. Just remind you about what kind of problems which can influence everybody, important just nowadays. That is fiscal crisis in key economies, unemployment, water crisis, income disparity, failure of climate change, then greater incidence of extreme weather events, global governance failure, food crisis, failure of major financial institutions, profound political and social instability. And also there are assessment how dynamically all this risks are changing. And now we have as one of the more critical risks, first of all, income disparity. And then some questions like unemployment, like climate change, like cyber attacks, and so on and so on. But actually, when we have some principal understanding, education gap, one of the critical problem, education gap. That's why it's very important to negotiate, to discuss, to create some common platform for understanding, because behind education gap, we identify ideological polarization, we identify social structure breakdown, aging population, gender disparity, also migration, and as a result will be weak institutions, lack of trust, data mismanagement, and so on, and so on, and so on. And to deal with all this risk, we need to provide such models also in public and business sector, which will help us identify risk, prioritize top risks, undertake some assessment, exact assessment, identify risk management options, also design risk management strategy, design crisis management strategy, provide implementation of all this, monitor progress and update strategy, and so on. That is common understanding for all these subjects. And actually, even regular management, even some traditionally not breakthrough practices in business now are becoming more and more strategic, because strategies in this context means only one thing: ability of managers, of leaders, ability to provide new quality of systems they manage, new quality, and which will provide more opportunities for choice. Not less opportunities, because that's way to bankruptcy, to death, and so on, but more opportunities for choice. In real life, we have very different strategies and trajectories without end. Trajectories and strategies when we couldn't see even for the 2 steps forward. Nevertheless, humankind succeeded to provide very complicated and very successful technical systems, but there are a lot of problems, and that's why the principal wish and principal basement for all these approaches, just to keep in mind labor of Sisyphus, which was working, trying to up stone to the mountain, and again this mountain just coming back, and he is working in spite of all these failures. But of course, ideally, we would like to provide such system of management which will, like piano, like great musical instruments. But it is very difficult, and you can see in picture how internally difficult and how beautiful such systems. So we're ready to go to next point of our talk.